There it is, the rotisserie. So I'm gonna get this opened up and see what's inside and drag it in the garage and start putting it together, I guess. I mean, I think that's about all there is to it. Drag all this stuff out from underneath the car, rear end, the whole cow. I'm pretty sure you just kind of build it underneath. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. About to undo that, open that box up and see what we got. And that's what you get in here. This is everything for my rotisserie, and I believe these black ones are the attachment kit. That was like another 99 bucks. Looks like what those pieces are. So yeah, let me start dragging this shit out. If anybody's wondering, it's Red Line Engineering is where I got this from. It was with the kit, the shipping, which is I think a couple $100, and the lift itself or rotisserie itself, it was 1,800 bucks. I'll put the exact price, shipping and everything, and the attachment kit that I got with it, which was $99 extra. And another thing I will say is Southeastern Freight, the red and black trucks. I think that's them. Guy couldn't get up in my driveway because it's too steep backing in anyway. He might have been able to pull it, but anyway, my driveway is really steep. He put it on the pallet jack on the ground down there, and actually me and him rolled it up here in place. We got a good running start, got it up here, no problem. So kudos to Southeast Freight for helping me get it up here. I kind of figured it was just going to be in the street and that was it. And he would have rolled it into the garage had I asked him to, but that's where I wanted it, right there. So, but this is it. It's not much instructions. I mean, I don't think it'll be too hard to figure out, but it is a lot of pieces. And yeah, 7 simple steps. A lot easier than putting together a IKEA dresser. Let's put it that way. Just bigger stuff. So, and hopefully a little more robust than an IKEA dresser. About to get I got more stuff to get laid out, but getting it in here, get everything kind of laid out and come up with a plan on how I'm gonna do this. Alright, this part's pretty simple. So Mr. Toronto man, opening up my door, got my weed, taking all the seat, so I still need more. All right, well, I've got it put together, more or less. You see, I'm not connected in the middle, but it's kind of hard to roll it up under there when you're set up like this with a bar in the middle. So my plan is get these attachments built or fixed, yeah, go from there. So this one here, these of course just slide. Well, you can see on this side, I got it here. Slide on the ends. My plan on the front here is to basically drill holes through here and bolt through there. I am trying to figure out what size bolt. I think they're 7/16, but I've got a coarse thread and a fine thread, and either one of them want to go in any of the 4 holes all the way. They thread in about three turns and then stop. So basically I'm about to have to get a tap and clean these threads out. And I have another problem on this side because I do want to use 2 bolts. I think it'll be prudent, but that one is broke. Yeah, that's great. And that is, these are, don't go all the way through. They're like a helical or something like that in there. So that's gonna be the front. That'll be pretty easy to do other than the bad bolt. I'm going to my uncle's tomorrow. He's got better drills than what I got. I'd be trying to do it with a hand drill. He either has a drill press or like a magnetic drill that we can clamp onto here. Just, I have more options at his place. So for drilling, this is like 3/16 thick tubing, right? I'd be there a minute trying to hand drill that, a 7/16 hole. And so on the back side, of course, we still use the same, those right there will stick into the car, but then I'll put these on the end right here. And there's 2 options. I saw one guy, this video was on the Red Line page, and he ended up removing this bushing and got like one really big fat bolt and put through there. But you can see I guess the issue, and he had the same issue, is not quite wide enough to go over the bushing. But I think I'm gonna go through these 2 holes, and you see I've only got 1 hole there, so probably would be fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and drill me another hole through those. And it is a little narrower, but you gotta get that out there too. Yeah, I got like a 1/4 inch space, so I think I'll probably just get some washers, you know, to where this is, fill it in with washers and tighten it down that way. And I think that'll be fine. So, but that's like 1/4 inch thick steel. So yeah, I definitely don't want to be hand drilling that one either. So I'm gonna bring these, got another one of these. I'll measure those holes, the spacing, get my spacings correct. You know, it came with these also. It looks like this would work out just about right if I made these holes the same spacings and then use that as a spacer basically, and then I think that'll be just about right actually, assuming they're for something like that. So I may cut them down. He has a bandsaw too, which, I mean, I could cut these with my saw here, but we'll do it over there. I'll probably cut a couple inches off of it, put 2 holes in that, and call it a day. So just want to make sure we got the right bolt sizes for that, so that I drill the right size holes, and yeah, and I've got to work on that one. So that's what I'm doing. But I mean, these things are really was not hard to put together. It is well made. I do like it. Everything's good. One guy in the video, he kind of mentioned this too. It does seem like it'd be nice to have this on with a bigger handle, you know, because even without the car on it, it's like it's not hard, but you know, you put a couple 1,000 pounds on it, and it's probably gonna be a little hard to turn. You can get like a boxing wrench or something and put on there and get you a little more leverage, but the jack is an 8-ton jack on either end, plenty of jacking power. I like this cam, everything. I mean, I like it. It's the casters are ginormous. Be no problem rolling the car around if you need to. And I haven't put these on yet, but these legs stick out here. I'll just show you. Just when you get the car in position, they're just support, and then you have some handles you screw down there, and it kind of shoves them down a little bit, I believe, where, you know, if the wheels are off the ground just a smidgen. Redline, there it is right there, redlinestands.com. I definitely recommend it, and I don't, you know, not a bad price in my opinion. All right, welcome to Buck Don't Know Shit. It is another beautiful day in Texas. Not really, but it's always beautiful when you're home, getting to work on cars, and yeah, whatever. But it is gray and overcast and humid and not hot, but yeah, just muggy. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Just, yeah, not the prettiest day. Everything's a little dampish feeling, you know. Not a good day to paint. Luckily, we're not painting or priming today. We are finishing up this project here. I had to go get some of the attachments modified, drill some holes in it. I got one more, whatever, bad helicoil or whatever I got to drill out right there. I'm just going to go all the way through the frame rail with it for now and put a bolt all the way through that one. The other ones, 7/16 threads are good on the other three. And then got my attachments for the back. Didn't have to modify those attachments, but I did have to cut some spacers with some holes in them. Anyway, got all that done. Went to my Uncle Randy's, like the spacers, so they're 1/4 inch, like 1/4x2 flat bar. And he has a shear, and yeah, just, you know, 2 seconds. That job was done. Way faster, way straighter than anything I would have done here with my whatever means I decided to cut metal with. Probably would have been with my angle grinder and a cutting wheel, and would have got done. But yeah, it take a while, be noisy, and yeah, just drive Uncle Randy's and do it. Because I had to drill in these square tubings, which they were like 3/16 thick wall, pretty thick wall, and I needed, you know, at least 1/2 inch holes. We ended up going with 5/8 holes. That's the size Biddy had, and he had one of those, I can't remember the name brand, but one of those magnetic base drills. You know, it's almost like a movable drill press kind of thing. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, very good for drilling holes on metal, thick metal. So we got that done, got all those holes drilled. I'm back, and now I can put them on here, get this car mounted, and yeah, I still got to do my center piece, you know, still got some things to do. I've got a mess everywhere. I've got, yeah, just it's time to clean, you know, when you're like working over things and tripping over stuff and can't find anything because everything's laying on top of everything else. And yeah, so it's time to clean and organize, and I think that'll help me focus on work. As usual, the week has drug on. It is Thursday, so you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty much nothing got done on the car, more or less. Pretty much nothing. Very little work on that piece over there. Got this built, of course, so that is something. Got it here, got it built. Probably 4 or 5 hours worth of work messing with that, and then going and getting the attachments modified. That is a big step, and I spent quite a bit of time drilling out this bolt that was broke off in here. Probably wasted an hour and a half last night on that, and I did a terrible job drilling it out, and it is crooked. So now I still got to get in it with my die grinder and try to whittle out the hole a little more so I can get a drill bit all the way through it. Yeah, just constant, always something, right? So I'm going to do that first, then I'm going to kind of pick up all this mess I got along here, get that rear end out of the way, move the car over, and then get ready to mount it. We are going to get this done today, and I've got my hardware. Just went to the hardware store, got some new bolts. I went grade 8. Probably don't need that for this, but I'll probably end up using them somewhere else, and not going to throw them away. when I'm done with the rotisserie, so might as well get the best, right? $32 for like, I don't know, what did I get? 8 bolts, a few nuts, like 4 nuts, I think, and a few washers. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy the price. 7/16 bolts. Well, there it is. It is on there. It is a little top heavy or bottom heavy, I guess. Not top heavy, but it's also off balance because, of course, this side is missing some weight. So I'm gonna see how big of a deal it is. I have it unlocked right now, so it's I'm trying to get it to a position where it's easy to flip side to side. It's still a little bottom heavy right now. I could definitely get it up on its side, but trying to get it just right and use this adjustment here. So this cylinder gets it up high enough where you could clear this over that, get it all the way on its side, or even flip it upside down. This cylinder gets your center line. You know, you want your center of mass even with this, which is not necessarily the middle of the car. It's not the middle of the car. It's probably, probably somewhere in here, I would think, because it's heavier on the bottom, of course. So I probably got a few more inches to get it up, I'm thinking. And, you just do iteration, little in front, little in the back. They're not quite, so the way I did these in the back, you see it stands off from the rail. So I guess what I'm saying is these heights aren't necessarily supposed to be the same front and back, because where I've attached them is different heights. So, but you can see what I did here. I used spacers, 1/4 inch spacers, and just pinched it on the frame rail there. And the front, I guess these are the bumper threads that go in here, 7/16. Yeah, and I got that on the other side. I had to see that bolt right there. I had to drill out that one because it had a bolt broke in it. And I just drilled it through the rail, put a 5-inch 3/8 bolt. The rest of them are 7/16. So that is what I did there. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do some adjusting, keep playing with it. Oh, one other thing I'll say. So I've seen people complain about these, and they are too small to turn by hand with the car on it. But all you do is put your wrench on it like this, and it is very, very easy to turn. So just use a wrench for leverage, and that's about all you got to do. So anyway, just my little word of advice there. So, but that's it. So I got a little more balancing to do. It is still a little bottom heavy, but I know how to fix that, and it's just going to take some playing with. And if I wanted to get it to where it wasn't weighted to one side, I could just knock these over a little bit. That's easy enough to do also. You just loosen them there and kind of slide it. I'd slide it over this way some and get that weight evened out a little, but it's not bad. So I wanted to show y'all a couple of things. One, so there's my bad torque box that he didn't fix. And then, although it looks like he did some stuff to that one, or I really don't know. But then come up here and there is no torque box. Yeah, gonna continue on putting stuff back on and cleaning this car up. And yeah, I mean, you can see he's redone the floor pans. This is what I was talking about. He didn't cut and butt, basically, just kind of laid them on top. And I don't know that I'll come in and fix every bit of that. I'll definitely come in and fix stuff like that where you see seam sealed in there, and he did some stuff, but it's just not quite right. And yeah, we'll see how much we try to tweak and fix. But there are certain things that we have to do, of course, like right in here, same right here. We've got to get that fixed. you know, I want to fix these floor pans. You can see the lights through there up close to the firewall. We're going to fix all this area. Yeah, this is much easier access like this than trying to do it inside the car. It's just work, y'all. It's just work, and it's more metal than when I bought the car than I thought I was going to have to do. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we will get it. We will get it. I mean, really, it's not that big of a deal. So, of course, we knew we had to come in and fix this kind of stuff. Back seat, you know, all that area, which it's weird. I don't know why he replaced that but didn't fix that. I do still think I will kind of work forward to back on this car. I think that's still my plan. I will most likely go ahead and fix these floor pans in the front and then pull down, put the cowls on, you know, lower it down and get the cowl on, and then fix this little area up here. And then we will probably, I may do torque boxes I will do torque boxes while I'm in the front. And I guess what I'm saying is I'll probably just start to kind of work my way back underneath the car, fix all that. Of course, we will fix this guy here. Again, I don't know why he cut this out, or, you know, because you look at the rest of this rocker, it's either a brand new one, because it has no like pitting or rust, or, I mean, it's surface rust, but no pitting rust anywhere on it. It's dented right there. But it looks like a new rocker in a way, but it's also maybe, I don't know. It's hard to, I mean, spot wheels look factory though. So maybe it is old and it's just really, I mean, there is no pitting anywhere from here down. It must have just been right here, because we know there was some rust issues up there. I filled in a weld. I got to come touch that up. I replaced that piece of metal right there. I got to come fix that a little bit. This is the beautiful thing of a rotisserie, is you can see stuff a lot better. That's for sure. That's it. That's it. I like it. I like it. Got to do some tweaking still. Little tweaking, but that's no big deal. We will get it. Oh, and yeah, don't let me forget, come plug these welds now that I got it on the rotisserie. So got to do that. Got 5 of those, 5 there, and then seam weld around the frame rails there. So, but yeah, that's it. All right.